But it doesn't make any sense. If you were following the federal guidelines, then how is it that you froze when the federal government asked you questions about the deaths? If you were actually following their guidelines, what was the big secret? Why were you hiding the numbers?
It's all about protecting their own rear end. It's offensive, guys, isn't it?
Meantime, Governor Cuomo meeting with President Biden at the White House on Friday to talk COVID relief. White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki was asked about the growing scandal out of New York, but said President Biden's meeting with the governors was not to, quote, give anyone a stamp of approval. Those comments come after the president praised Cuomo several times in the past, but it is worth noting that praise came before the New York governor made his order to send COVID-positive patients to nursing homes.
I think he's doing a hell of a job. I think he has been the lead horse here. I've talked to him frequently. He's a friend. I think he's doing an incredible job. Your governor of New York's done one hell of a job. I think he's sort of the gold standard.
So I called for New York Governor Andrew Cuomo to resign months ago. His unfathomable decision to return China virus patients back to nursing homes cost the lives of thousands of New Yorkers. The death toll of that ill-fated decision is still mounting. It stands at over 15,000 by our count now, when assisted living adult care facilities are added into the nursing home tally. And now we learn from a whistleblower, one of the governor's top aides, Melissa DeRosa, that they withheld the actual numbers from federal prosecutors because they, quote, froze out of fear that the true numbers would be used against them to help the feds build their case against Cuomo and his staff. That, according to the New York Post. Now, this is a stunning admission that reveals just how devious Governor Cuomo is. It's really more proof that he doesn't care about these victims or their families.
Well, he needs to accept responsibility. All he's accepted is an Emmy for his press conferences and the proceeds from a book that he bragged about what a great leader he is. The truth is he made a terrible mistake that took the lives of people, and he hasn't owned up to it. People make mistakes, even dumb ones and bad ones, and that's one thing. But then to cover it up, that may be his undoing, and that appears to be what happened, a significant level of cover-up when they even knew that what they were doing was deadly to these nursing home patients. It's just a tragedy. And I think when people say, well, it's just the political blowback, no, it isn't. He's got Democrats in his own state who normally would be his allies who are demanding an investigation, and there should be one. There has to be one.
He simply cares about protecting his own political rear end. This entire debacle had devastating consequences. So many families are dealing with the loss of a loved one that could have been prevented. Remember, the U.S. Comfort Navy hospital ship parked in New York was virtually unused during the height of this crisis. So was the makeshift hospital inside the Javits Center. Patients could have easily been sent to either the Comfort or the Mercy or even the Javits Center. Cuomo opted to send patients back to nursing homes because he didn't want to give President Trump the credit for helping.
There's sometimes you have to make controversial and difficult decisions, but you make them out of the sense that the only purpose for getting elected is because you've been entrusted with the ability and the responsibility to make the decisions that you truly believe are the best for the people, not for yourself, but for the people. If you don't do that, you don't deserve to have the office, and you should never have been elected in the first place.